So now's the time of the night when we do the induction of the class of 2014 into the Pennsylvania Athletic Training Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame ceremony is sponsored by Dr. Canner of Berkshire Orthopedic Associates and WellSpan Sports Medicine. Being inducted into the Hall of Fame is an honor reserved for those individuals that have dedicated themselves and their actions to improving the profession within the Commonwealth. Being inducted into the Hall of Fame is one of the most important moments in someone's professional career. This is an extremely meaningful honor that is bestowed on only a few. Many of you are familiar with the term, "she's an it girl." Some of the most famous are Audrey Hepburn, Jean Harlow, Norma Jean or Marilyn Monroe, Lana Turner, and Grace Kelly. What does this term mean? It means that there is a quality that comes from within, not something that can be easily labeled, not something that can be practiced. You either have it or you don't. When I look at these three individuals, I think of them as it men. They have those characteristics that are hard to find in people. I ask a few co-workers, friends, former students, and athletes of these gentlemen to describe them. I found it interesting that they were all basically described as the same. They are loyal, intense, passionate, caring, and dedicated gentlemen. They're initiators of ideas, inspirational, and knowledgeable. They are hardworking men who believe in the greater good and make things better for others around them. Not afraid to get their hands dirty, doing the heavy lifting, and they can't say no to volunteering for everything. Family men, moral human beings, forefathers, teachers, and mentors. Finally, they have fun and have a great sense of humor. And if I'm being completely honest, I believe the word opinionated was used to describe at least two of them. I'll let you figure out which two. First, let me introduce Glen Larry Cooper. When you think of athletic training in high school, you think of Larry. He has worked tirelessly to raise the standards of healthcare at the secondary school level. As most of you know, he was instrumental in developing the wrestling weight assessors, procedures, and guidelines at the high school level. Over the last 3 decades, which I didn't think he was old enough to beat that, but last 3 decades, Larry has shared his knowledge with students from 5 different schools. But most know Larry for his 20 years at Penn Trafford High School. I'm not sure if when he went there in 1993 that he thought he would still be there in 2014. But one thing I am sure of is Penn Trafford is a much better place because of his dedication and his service. Larry's CV reads like an Ingersoll or Ray Athletic Training Administration textbook. He has worked on projects dealing with body fat analysis, weight loss programs, preseason physical exams, concussion management programs, extreme weight loss guidelines, and the list goes on and on. Some of the most notable accomplishments of Larry's are being a founding member of the Western Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic League Sports Medicine Advisory Committee, the NATA District Representative and Chair for the Secondary School Committee, advisory for member of the Appropriate Medical Care for Secondary School Age Athletes Task Force, and a contributing writer for the NATA position statement on fluid replacement for the physically active. In his free time, Larry chaired the NATA Inter-Association Consensus Statement on Best Practices for Sports Medicine Management for Secondary School and College that was just published this past spring. Larry was a 2005 recipient of the Service Award and a 2011 recipient of the PATS Distinguished Merit Award. As Larry Cooper makes his way to the podium, please join me in congratulating him for his induction this evening.
Thank you. I thought I was ready for this tonight. And I'm not normally one to write things down. I usually kind of just fly off the cuff. And the other day, my youngest daughter says, "So Dad, you ready? You gonna fly off the cuff?" And I said, "No, I got things written down." She goes, "Whoa, this must mean business." So I had to write it in really big font because I don't want to bring out my cheaters and show you that I am old. First, I'd like to say Happy Father's Day on Sunday to all your fathers in here. Congratulations for Happy Father's Day. I'd like to say congratulations to my fellow inductees, Gary Hanna and Joe Denali, as well as all the other award winners here this evening. Enjoy tonight's festivities and recognition that all of you have worked so hard for. You deserve to celebrate your accomplishments, for come Monday, back to work. Thank you, PATS, Board of Directors, Honors and Awards Committee. Without your hard work and dedication, this evening's banquet and recognition for all those deserving people would not be possible. Thank you for your tireless work on behalf of the profession and our membership. So many people have reached out and said so many nice things since this year's announcement of the inductees. I'm deeply grateful to all of you for the letters, the emails, and phone calls. It's truly humbling. I kind of feel uncomfortable with all the fanfare. But it's an awesome experience, awesome feeling to be considered in the same group of the esteemed group of Hall of Fame members before me. This has allowed me to reflect on all of you, on all of you that have had an influence on me, and believe me, there are many, many, many of you. It is very humbling, almost surreal. Maybe when I get a chance to sit on my deck or on the sand at the beach, I'll be able to reflect and really have it settle in and make me realize that I am getting old. So tonight, I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you know your blood type? Raise your hand. Awesome. Not that you really care, but mine is B positive. I didn't say opinionated, I said positive. Once I found that out, and I can't tell you when it was, but I seriously thought that it meant I had to be positive. And I've tried to instill that in my everyday life. So what I'm going to say here tonight is very easy. It's about all the positives in athletic training that have occurred in my life. I am positive that without the parents I have, and the support they gave me in my life, I wouldn't have entered this profession. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for instilling a work ethic that is synonymous with Pennsylvania and our family. Their parenting style allowed me to get my hands dirty, understand how things work, take things apart, but they also showed value in helping others. Mom and Dad, your caring attitude towards mankind was and is evident in all you do. Thank you. I'm also positive that the honesty I get from my parents has helped me considerably in my job and my life, but it has also hurt my marriage. There was supposed to be a pause there. I am positive that my sister, in her supportive, caring, and understanding ways, helped me more than she knows. She's always been there to listen, give a different perspective. She's a nurse. She understands a lot what we go through. Jody, you might not show it much, but it means the world to me. I love you. Thank you, Will, for making her happy. I am positive that athletics in particular, wrestling and running, have created so many positive opportunities for me. By themselves, but then you add in the athletic training and it's just increased 20-fold. I could give hundreds of examples of ways that those two athletic endeavors have touched my life, but I won't bore you. But I can tell you that there were many Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings after board of directors meetings that I have fond memories of us running and creating solutions to problems as we're running. Those are very fond memories.